Defendant, are you sure you wish to defend yourself? You have been appointed an attorney by the state.
Yes, Your Honour, I am certain that I wish to defend myself in a court of law.
Very well.
Your Honour, I would now like to submit my first piece of evidence to my trial. From the age of 9, I always knew that I was slightly chubbier than the rest of my friends. I mean, that pointed out, and so would my father. And whenever I looked in the mirror, I never looked like any of the girls on the cover of my sister's beauty magazines. However, the idea never truly took hold until my friend Stacy's 10th birthday party. It was a pool party with an array of some of the most elaborate sweet treats you ever did see. And I was quite excited because Father, he never let me eat them as he said that they weren't good for the size of my tummy. Anyway, I ate rather a lot that day. Rather a lot. And Stacy pulled me aside at the end and she said to me that, "I'm like worried about how fat you're getting." Well, she said that I should stop crying as there was a simple way to fix this. All I'd have to do was dispose of the evidence. She'd read on Tumblr how to do it. Step 1, ram your fingers down your throat, jolt them around back and forth until you, step 2, throw it all up, and step 3, flush it all away so that no one will be any the wiser. Ah, darling Stacy, she said to me that if I kept this up, the next time I looked in the mirror, I wouldn't be fat, I would be thin and beautiful.
Thank you, defendant. Please submit your next piece of evidence for your case.
Yes, Your Honour, I would now like to submit my second piece of evidence for my case. For as long as I could remember, my father told me to cover up. Well, as long as I could remember, I used to dress up in my mother's wardrobe. I put on all of her lovely long silk scarves and gloves and her reams of pearls and a dash of lipstick here and there just to complete the look. And I would waltz up and down an imaginary runway, just waiting for the applause and the praise that I would receive later on. However, this all came to a grinding halt at the age of 12. My father, after preening myself and getting myself ready in a fantastic outfit, if I do say so myself, my father said that I should take off all those ugly clothes and that lipstick because you look like a damn slut. Well, at the age of 12, I was unsure of what the word slut meant, but what I did know was that the tone of my father's voice did enforce that it wasn't something that I should aspire to be. Therefore, from that day on, I swore to myself to never be a slut. Now, Your Honour, I would like to submit my third and final piece of evidence to my case. Now, I know that I should have listened to what my father told me. I should never have worn that short skirt or gone out alone at night. I mean, we've all heard it before. Be a lady, they say. Don't drink too much, don't wear that, cover up, don't get raped. But you know what? That night I didn't listen. So is it my fault? Is it my fault for inviting him into me? Well, Stacy lent me this amazing dress and it was like low cut and tight and well, we'd seen it on Kendall Jenner's Instagram feed. And Stacy said that I looked sexy. I'd never been sexy before. I'd never felt sexy before. But, I mean, I was pretty thin by this point. Father was pretty happy about that. He would, he'd tell all of his friends about how much weight his daughter had lost, and everyone congratulated me. But anyway, this dress. When we went to the party, men looked at me. Many men, and honestly, I reveled in it. Never before had I had that kind of attention. For once, I was the cool girl, not the fat, ugly girl. But is it my fault? Is it my fault for when he pushed his way in? When he pushed his way inside me, and I told him that I wanted to get away, but he said that it's fine, I asked for it, the way that I was dressing, obviously. He said that if I tried to scream or tried to get away, that he'd just tell everyone what a slut I was, and obviously didn't want that. Afterwards, I did feel a little bit, like dirty or whatever, but, I felt soiled and unclean, but, it's okay. I knew that afterwards, everything that anyone had ever said about me was true. I was really kind of nothing more than like a dirty fat slut. But I knew from that day on that whenever other girls, when they have their cleavage out and their shoulders exposed, that they're sluts, just as I am. Anyway, I rest my case.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, how do you find the defendant? Your Honour, we find the defendant guilty. The defendant has put herself on trial and has found herself to blame for her assault. She believes she provoked and encouraged the actions against her, and her lack of vigilance is to blame. It is widely accepted that all women have to prepare to defend themselves against attackers from a young age, and therefore should have known better. She failed to become the lady she was expected to be, and the jury has found her guilty. Case dismissed.
Guilty.